Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button to get notified when I upload. If you're new here, I am Rachel and I upload every Monday and Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, and today I'm going to be doing job interview advice, so let's get started. So the first one, and I think which is very important, is research. Always do your research on the company and what their goal is and what they do. So for instance, I previously interviewed for a physical therapy aide at a physical therapy place, and I researched the company and I saw what they do. They do a bunch of different things, not just physical therapy, so make sure you research the company. So I'm going to be putting 2 and 3 together because it's basically just questions. So 2 is prepare for common questions that your employer is going to be asking you. So for example, know why you want the job. And the most common question, which I always struggle with, is the tell me about yourself, and which we all know about ourselves, but it's hard sometimes for me, especially to like tell them what I do outside of like working. And then also biggest weakness or your biggest strength. Why would you want to be hired with this company? Those are like the most common questions that I've seen when I've gone to interviews. And then make sure you have questions for them on the other hand. So like, what's the pay rate? What are my hours like? What if I need to schedule a day off? How do I do that? Like, those are the type of questions that you should be asking your employer. So number 4 is practice. So what I mean by that is make sure you either go to yourself in a mirror and practice answering these questions that I just said before, or maybe have one of your siblings or your parents or whoever, your friend, be the employer and ask you the questions that you think they're going to be asking you, and just respond as if you were actually in the interview. And then the next one, number 5, is think positive. I sometimes struggle with this just because I sometimes think I'm not going to get the job, and I end up getting the job. So make sure you think that you're gonna get it, or be positive about it, because if you always think negative, you're going to go into that interview thinking, oh, I'm not going to get this, why am I even trying? So make sure you go into the interview with a positive attitude and think, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Okay, so number 6, and I do this all the time when I go on interviews, is arrive at least 15 minutes early. You want to be early than being late, because what if they decide to change your interview time and as soon as you get there you just go in? Or what if you need to fill out paperwork or stuff like that? You need to think, and you want to show that your initiative, that you want this job and you want to get it and you're hardworking. So make sure you arrive at least 15 minutes early, and if you arrive more than that early, that's perfectly fine as well. And then also number 7, which also goes with somewhat number 6, make a great first impression. So make sure you dress to impress, or make sure you use your polite manners. So when I went on the physical therapy interview, I dressed in flats, I dressed in dress pants and a nice shirt, and I looked well groomed. You have to, in order to make them see that you want to be that you want to get this job. So the next 2 steps is somewhat very important. So number 8 is ask about the next step in your interview. What's going to happen next? When will I be contacted if I'm going to be moving through? And then number 9 is bring a copy of your resume and your cover letter, and at least 3 or 4 references unless they say not to. So this is just a Google Docs that you can easily get and you can fill out with your resume. I do have mine, but I completely forgot where it is at this moment. So make sure you fill a resume out, and even if they say do not bring one, I would still bring one just in case, and it shows them that that you really, really want this job. I have 2 last final advice or tips for you to go on your job interview. So the second and last one is do not give up. If you don't get the job, don't beat yourself down. At least you tried, and it shows them that you're willing to you're just willing to move on from it and learn from your mistakes and your experiences. So even if you don't get the job, so for instance, I didn't get the physical therapy job, and yet I am sad about it. I moved on, and I'm going to try for another job that I want to do in that field. So make sure you don't give up. That's what I'm trying to say. And then the last one is, make sure you always send a thank you message to whoever interviewed you or to the company, saying thank you so much for letting me interview with you. Even though I didn't get the job, I'm very thankful for the opportunities. Basically just saying thank you for the opportunity. So I hope you enjoyed the advice I gave you for going on any interview. If you want to, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so we can get our goal to 1,000 subscribers, so I can make that video with Zach. And if you have any other ideas for videos, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you next time.